Welcome to Module 3, Lesson 2 of the Amazon Barcode and Brand Registry course. How to register your brand. In this lesson, you will learn what you will need to brand register on Amazon and some tips and tricks to make your registry more successful. What you will need to brand register. To complete an application, you will need to provide the following items: an image of your product packaging with branding visible on the packaging, an image of a product with your branding visible on the product itself, and 3, a link to an active website that displays your brand or products. So clearly there are some cons to this process, as you will have to have custom packaging, possible on-product customization, and time and or money into at least a basic website. You will need to weigh the pros and cons and decide whether GS1 barcodes or brand registry is best for you initially. You can brand register later on if you choose not to brand register right away. Your existing products will get pulled in. However, you will need to purchase GS1 company prefix if you choose to do it this way. Also note, sellers can register multiple brands under the same seller account. Remember, you should never open additional selling accounts on the same Amazon platform without written permission on Amazon, meaning that you can, without permission, open an Amazon.co.uk and an Amazon.com selling account, but you cannot open 2 Amazon.com selling accounts without permission. Registration tips. They typically will not accept generic labels and stickers with your brand or company name on it. They may say that they do not accept stickers at all. However, if you press the issue with professional-looking products, they usually will eventually approve the brand registry. However, I strongly suggest a professional sticker or label with a professional-looking logo for the best and quickest results. Do not expect to be approved with an Avery label with your brand name printed on it. If you do not have a product from your supplier yet, ask your supplier to take pictures for you and send them to you. Most suppliers will do this without hassle. You should be doing this anyway to ensure the quality and correctness of your product. Or if you have a sample of your product, you can take a picture of the product and find someone that is good with Photoshop to superimpose your logo on the product like it will look once it is finished in production. If you have directions for use, instructions for your product, a warranty card that is custom printed with your logo, brand, or company on it, you can photograph that with your product and use that as your image of branding on the product itself. The more proof you can provide, the better. Products in health and personal care and grocery are often exempt from the branding on the product itself. Common sense tells us that we cannot put our logo on the peanut butter inside of the jar of peanut butter. So if you have a product like this that is unable to be customized on the product itself, you can explain that on the application form. It says that you must have an active website to provide proof of ownership. However, there is a disclaimer that if it is not possible to contact a rep, clearly you will have to jump through many more hoops to prove that information. Now let's move on to the form itself. This is what the online form looks like. If you simply search Brand Registry within Seller Central, you will easily find the information and the link to the registration process. Make sure you fill it out completely. It is a very short form. It has your name, your phone number, your email, your website, company description, and the brand name that you are trying to register. Let's talk about each. Enter your name and your phone number. For your email, I strongly suggest you use your company's or brand domain email address instead of a free service like Yahoo or Gmail. It shows professionalism and ownership of website. Make sure the brand name that you want to register is in the website link. For brand website, this is not an issue. But for example, if you have more of a company website than one for your exact brand, create a tab or page for your brand and give the link to that page when applying. For example, if I have a company website and I'm trying to register my kitchen brand, Christie's Culinary Products, I would create a brand page and give them a link such as www.christiescompany.com/Christie's Culinary Products. This shows that Christie's Culinary Products is the brand that is owned by Christie's Company, which is the name I would have registered with Amazon during my account setup. Include images and brand info for your private label products on that page. Under the Contact Us or the company information page of your website, list yourself as the owner, even if it is temporary until you are approved. Make it clear to Amazon that you are the owner of this business. If this step intimidates you, know that you can hire people from sites like Fiverr.com to inexpensively set up a very basic site with the minimum requirements. Next, you'll describe your business. State that you are the brand owner and the owner of the company and give any relevant information. Make sure you enter your brand name in exactly how you will type it into the brand into Amazon. Spelling, capitalization, spacing, and punctuation all matter. You must then use this exact way when you create your Amazon product page listing. If you already have products from this brand listed on Amazon, make sure you type it in exactly like you have it on the Vitals page under brand. Once approved, this is what will pull in those products into brand registry. Page 2 of the form. As in the image shown, on the second page of the form, check that you are the manufacturer and own the brand. And select, I am the sole and exclusive distributor of this brand, unless of course you wholesale your products to other stores or businesses. Next, select the categories that you believe you will have your products in and choose a key attribute that you plan to assign. There will be a drop-down of all acceptable options for the chosen category. If you believe your brand may expand into more categories, click the Add More button to add additional categories to the application. Remember, if you are choosing to do this so that you do not have to buy GS1 codes, do not choose UPC or EANs. You will then need to upload an image of the branded product packaging and an image of the branding on the product itself. If you are choosing to use brand registry so that you can be exempt from the GS1 barcode rule, you will need to assign a different key attribute to each of your products. This key attribute can be one of the following depending on the category of your products: manufacturer part number, model number, catalog number, or style number. Do not overthink this. Later, when you create a product page, you will simply assign a number or a series of letters and numbers to your product, such as ABC-123. Or maybe if you have a color variation, it would be the first 3 digits of your brand, dash the color of the variation. Each product in your brand will need to be assigned a different number when you create a product page. You will not have to assign specific numbers at this point, but rather you will do it when you are approved for brand registry and you create a product page. You will decide on a key attribute and use this key attribute as your product identifier when you create a product page on Amazon. Please note that this form may not look exactly like this, or the questions may be worded a little differently, or questions may be added. Amazon is an ever-changing platform, and I notice changes there on a weekly, if not even a more often basis, across the selling end of the platform. The basics will be the same. So what happens next? Once you submit your information, it will take a few days before you likely hear anything official from Amazon. This is not an instant process. And when you do hear from them, it is likely it will be for more information or denying your request. Yep, it is true that Amazon likes to make you frustrated. Only kidding. If this happens, be persistent and correct or add the information. Keep submitting until you finally are approved. It seems that there isn't a whole lot of consistency with Amazon reps. Some will accept and some will not with the same information processed. Keep with it. You will eventually get approved if you provide the information that they request. After you are approved, you can list your products, making sure that you type in your brand exactly like you did when you registered for brand registry. And you input the key attribute that you chose to use when setting up your listing. In the next module, we'll discuss Amazon's barcode identification system and how it relates to UPCs and brand registry.